Hey nerd family, and welcome back to another video. Today we're talking about what the heck is going on with HBO Max. Is Warner Brothers Discovery giving it the axe? Stay tuned to find out more. I'm going to go ahead and roll that intro, and I'll see you back here in a second. Alright guys, welcome back. I hope everyone out there is staying safe and staying healthy. If you haven't already checked out thenerdcircle.com, make sure to head over there and check it out. You can also follow on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Real Nerd Circle. And if you guys do like this video, please make sure to give it a big thumbs up. It definitely helps us out as it lets YouTube know who likes the videos and who to recommend them to next. Of course, we want to thank all of our subscribers. If you are a new subscriber from the last video, you will see your name scrolling across the bottom. And you will see your name scrolling across the side for all the subscribers. Again, we want to thank everyone as you're helping us get to where we want to be. Our next milestone is 500 subscribers, and we're on our way there, so thanks again. If you have not yet subscribed and you'd like to do so, make sure to go ahead and subscribe so you don't miss any of the new videos. Make sure to go ahead and head down to the description of this video, take a look at our new links page. There's a lot of links there for you guys to check out. One of which is our Buy Me a Coffee. If you guys do want to help support the channel, help us continue to make these videos for you, head over to buymeacoffee.com/thenerdcircle. There's a few different ways there you can help support the channel if you'd like to do so. No obligation, but feel free to head over there and check it out. And there's also a lot of other links down in the description there for you as well. But alright guys, let's go ahead and jump in here. So a lot of this is speculation. There's no real hard concrete information, but it is coming from a lot of reputable sources. So I think a lot of what we are talking about is something that's either currently happening or potentially going to be happening. But again, there has been no concrete information. As soon as something concrete happens, of course, we will update it here. But a lot of this is speculation, but there are some things that have happened already that we're going to discuss here today. Some things we may have discussed in previous videos. If you haven't checked out any of those previous videos, make sure to go ahead and do so. But we do think that it is potential that HBO Max might be getting the axe here. Warner Brothers Discovery might be kind of killing HBO Max. Now, it's not necessarily going to kill HBO per se, but it is kind of going towards the way of taking HBO Max out of the equation, which we do think it's weird. HBO Max is the bigger brand. If you kind of look at everything for subscriber count and everything else, there's a lot more subscribers and just a lot more going on HBO Max than there is Discovery Plus. But as one of the articles had stated, why would Discovery Plus buy out the Warner Media company and continue it with the HBO Max brand and kind of kill off their brand? So that does have some sense to it there. I do understand that. But with HBO Max being the bigger brand, you would kind of think they would stick with HBO Max and kind of pull Discovery Plus stuff onto that platform. Even if they use the back end of Discovery Plus, I mean, who knows what they're going to actually do, but it almost seems like they're kind of killing off HBO Max. So some of the things that have happened more recently is they went ahead and gave the axe to the upcoming Batgirl movie, which they had pretty much finished filming. They were working on some of the edits and things to, for the movie to be coming out soon. But they decided they just wanted to scrap the whole project altogether, which kind of sucks because if you kind of read into it, they had a lot of actors on board that were bringing some people back, and some people were restarting their careers, things like that. And it seemed like it was going to be a pretty decent movie, but they decided they just want to get the tax write-down to put more money back in the pocket for Warner Brothers Discovery, which I understand that David Zaslav, or whatever his name is, I don't know how to pronounce his name, but I understand that he does have a big task to do. He's trying to save something like $3 billion, something like that, so he's got to, cut costs everywhere he can. But I feel like cutting the Batgirl movie, in my opinion, as well as a lot of other people's opinion, I think that's just a bad move. I think that would have been a good movie. Now, they were going to just make it a HBO Max like original or straight to HBO Max, so it may not have made as much money as if it was going to go to theaters, but could they not have changed it and put it out to theaters and then, then put it on HBO Max later like they've been doing recently? Isn't there a way that they could have still made money on it? I don't know why they just decided to completely give it the axe there. And if I'm understanding things correctly, when they take the tax write-down on it, they can no longer put it out anywhere. So I don't know that we can be hopeful that we're going to see it in the future. But maybe they haven't went through with all that yet. Maybe they'll see that everyone really wanted it. Maybe they'll bring it back. I don't think so, but it just sucks to see that happen, especially for all these actors and everyone else involved in the movie that put their time and effort into it. It kind of sucks to see it go that way. But that's also a lot of other things in a similar realm. A lot of the DC stuff that they've been planning on have been getting the axe, or a lot of shows that were, already being put out have gotten the axe. There's a lot of shows we talked about in previous videos that they canceled, like 7 DC shows that were over on like the CW in the Arrowverse world. They canceled a lot of those months ago, and they're still continuing to cancel some. They just recently said that the next season of The Flash is going to be the last season, which really may not be because of this, because I think Grant Gustin only signed on for like 1 more year, and it's the longest running show, so that one's probably was due to be ending. But they've canceled a lot of the other ones like Batwoman and everything else. Pretty much there's going to be nothing left to the Arrowverse in the next like couple months here, when the last few seasons of the ones that are currently running are going to end. There's a couple of them that aren't really tied to the Arrowverse, like Superman and Lois and Stargirl. Supposedly those are still going to be continuing for right now, but they're not tied to the Arrowverse, so they are separate. So who knows if they're going to eventually give them the axe as well, because they've pretty much canceled everything else. It's also been said that they're canceling like Doom Patrol. They've also been said that they're going to be canceling other CW shows that aren't DC related. I believe Charmed, I think they had already canceled, if I'm not mistaken, but if not, they're going to be canceling it supposedly. Also Riverdale and Roswell, New Mexico. So they're pretty much canceling all the shows that are over on the CW, and I'm sure that there's a few that are going to be left, but I think that they're working towards canceling everything, because I'm sure that at some point we're going to get whatever information is going to happen with that buyout of the CW, and I think that they're trying to just kind of take their hands out of that pot completely, which I guess makes sense. But it just sucks that we're losing all these shows, which I thought that maybe they could have just migrated them over to HBO Max. But if they're now choosing to just get rid of HBO Max, they're not going to bring shows over to it to then just get rid of it. So it just sucks that we're losing all this DC stuff, as well as a lot of the CW stuff that some people may or may not like, but they do have an audience for it, and they're just kind of canceling. And they've also canceled things over on TBS, TNT, and True TV, some of the other channels that they own, all in an effort to trim some fat here, which makes sense, but unfortunately we lose out on the content. Now, I don't know all of them off the top of my head, but I do know there was an article that said there's a lot of HBO Max originals that have quietly recently gotten the axe. I know one of them was the Seth Rogen American Pickle movie that just disappeared, and there's a few others I think that were on the list that just kind of disappeared. And again, it's being said that they are taking them off and just taking write-downs of the taxes to be able to kind of get some money back. So again, it just sucks that we've got all these great HBO Max originals, whether they be TV shows or movies, that are just all getting the axe. And there is, in my opinion, and I think a lot of other people would agree, there's a lot of good HBO Max originals. Ever since HBO Max came out about 2 years ago, they've been pumping out some pretty good originals. Off the top of my head, I don't know if you guys watched The Flight Attendant. That's a pretty good one. It's going to suck if they give that one the axe in the near future here. I have not yet seen Peacemaker, but I've heard it is really good. And again, if they give that one the axe, I think it's going to suck. And I'm sure there's a bunch of other ones that I'm just not currently thinking about. But there's been a lot of great HBO Max originals that I really hope they're not going to get the axe coming soon. But what they said in their earnings call, and I didn't listen to the whole thing, but what they basically said in the earnings, which he really didn't give us any more information than what he's said previously, is that they do want to combine both services. I mean, that's what they originally had intended, and they're going to combine both of them. They originally said that they're going to try to just do something for right now where you can maybe bundle them price wise, and bundle Discovery Plus HBO Max and save some money. And I guess supposedly within the next year time frame or so, they want to put the two services together, which again is great in the grand scheme of it. But if they completely kill off HBO Max, it just kind of sucks. What they have said that they might be doing, or at least in an article that I read that they might be doing, is that if they keep Discovery Plus as the platform, they're going to have a tab just like they have the other channels and stuff on Discovery Plus as like a hub or a tab for HBO. So they pretty much just take away the HBO Max branding and just keep it as HBO. what's going to suck with that is you're not going to have HBO Max originals. But what I'm wondering on the back end of it is, since it's the same company that's, you know, in control of all of it, just because it doesn't have the HBO Max original branding on it, can we still get good content? Can we still have Peacemaker and all these other things that just come up under the HBO tab? They just don't happen to say HBO Max original. I personally don't care what program I'm going in to watch it. I just want the good content. So who knows what's going to happen here going forward. It's kind of a mess. It kind of sucks that we're losing a lot of things right now, a lot of great things. I personally think that although HBO Max may not have been perfect, I do find it to be on the top end of my services. I think it's been great. A lot of people have complained that the HBO Max platform is buggy and it has a lot of issues. I personally can't speak to that because I've never had any of these issues that people speak about. I've never experienced any issues, so I can't really go based on that. But the content, I think the content has been amazing. HBO has always had, you know, a good library of movies and shows, and since HBO Max came out, they've been pumping out a lot more originals. And granted, maybe they've been spending too much money on it, and that's why he's having to cut back now. I understand it, but it's just gonna suck if we lose a lot of the good content. Not that Discovery Plus doesn't have some good content, but they are completely different libraries, completely different entities of things. And I do love the Discovery Plus content that they're putting out over there too, but it's not the same. And I just hope that even if they keep Discovery Plus as the platform, I don't care. If they put HBO as just a hub or a tab, it sucks that it kind of degrades the HBO brand. But as long as the content is there, that's all I care about. And right now it seems like we're losing all the content. Now, again, you got to factor that whenever everything, all the dust settles here and everything does go together, what's the price going to be? And I think that that's also what he's probably keeping in his mind, that if he keeps, you know, the powerhouse that HBO Max is and the somewhat powerhouse that Discovery Plus is, that's going to be an expensive price for us to have to pay to keep everything going. So I think he's trying to trim the fat and keep everything down, so that way it's not going to be a $30 a month platform, which I get and I understand, because I don't want to pay $30 a month for it. I really don't even want to pay $20 a month for it. But if it's a good platform with good content and has a lot of, you know, everything, because taking the content from Discovery Plus and HBO Max and putting them all together, yeah, it might be worth $20 a month. So I don't know. There's a lot to go on, and there's a lot of different things happening, and the months going forward here, I think, are going to tell us a lot more. But let me know your comments down below what you guys think. Are you sad to see all these different HBO things disappearing, HBO Max disappearing? Do you prefer the HBO Max platform over the Discovery Plus platform? Not that we can really change what happens here, but what would you guys like to see happen? Would you guys rather it be the Discovery Plus stuff comes in over to HBO Max? Let me know your thoughts down below, because there's a lot to unpack here, and we're just starting to get into it here. And I think over the next few months we're gonna learn more stuff and hopefully not lose too much stuff, because I think content is really gonna be key here. And I really hope that they don't just kill HBO completely and just make it pointless. With all that being said, if you guys didn't see the Cinemax videos, they are slowly, even though they're not talking about it, killing Cinemax, and I just hope they're not doing the same thing to HBO. It's sad already to see Cinemax disappear. Cinemax has been a big brand for a long time, had a lot of great content, and it's just now taking that nosedive very slowly, and I really hope the same thing isn't happening over here to HBO Max. But I guess time's going to tell, and we will see what happens. Again, let me know your thoughts down below, and I will definitely see you guys in the next HBO video. Hopefully we get more information soon. Make sure to follow over on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Real Nerd Circle. If there's anything I forgot to mention, I'll leave it in the description down below. If there's anything you noticed that I forgot, please make sure to leave it in the comments down below. Make sure to head down to that description, take a look at that links page, follow any of those links that you see fit. If you guys do want to help us out over here to continue making these videos, head over to buymeacoffee.com/The Nerd Circle, and there's definitely some ways over there you can help us out. If you guys did like this video, please make sure to give it a big thumbs up. It definitely helps us out, as it lets YouTube know who likes the videos and who to recommend them to next. If you could please share this video across any social media platform that you like. And if you guys have not yet subscribed and you'd like to do so, please make sure to go ahead and subscribe. Don't forget to ring that bell so you get notified of any new videos to come out. And you can also follow the links on the screen to the older videos. And until next time, guys, stay nerdy.